welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I'm Dustin. We're looking at NIO, the car company, NIO, not NEO, like from the Matrix. Probably too young for that, but that doesn't mean anything to me. We're looking at NIO again, boys and girls. And the thing that's so interesting to me is that we've seen essentially a humongous spike in volatility in the price. Like you see where we had essentially seen the compression of these bars after we got that big breakout, we hit the top and looks like the middle of July, the 13th, and then we've been falling and going to the side. All of a sudden, we had a day where we were up 10.8%. The price, as you can tell, is now red with a white background, which is 3 standard deviations above its 23-day average. We saw 100 million shares traded in Rivian today, which the last time that happened was back in June. And before that was... it's been months. This might be the second time only in this entire data set where Rivian broke 100 million shares traded. Yeah, the last time was back December 2nd of 2022. So today was a big day. No matter what you think, the type of volume that we saw kind of gives us the indication that at least the market has a specific direction that it wants to go, and clearly it's up. It looks like things have completely changed for NIO. And this is kind of nuts. Maybe, did I say Rivian? I didn't mean Rivian. I meant NIO. It's kind of nuts to me because when we look at the 1 day, the 5 day, the 15 day, the 1 month, the 3 month, these are all positive, and it looks like the 6 month is just about to go positive. So what does the 6 month need to beat? Because that would be incredibly huge. So it says 54. Let's go down to 54. See what that price is. We're talking $12. So tomorrow it has to be above, essentially like $12. And then as we get into what will be a month from now, it just has to keep above 10. This thing's about to flip positive most likely on the 6 month, which is going to drive algos crazy because it's going to show up on a bunch of filtered lists from probably like intermediate to whatever, some trend followers who are only paying attention to a look back period of like 6 months or more. This is really positive in terms of what you think this could do long term. This thing could probably hit like 30 or $40 now. Because when I see it from the signal perspective, we've had a series of go longs in the short term, the intermediate term, and the longer term. We don't really have anything convincing right now. It looks like we're about to flip to bullish, bullish, bullish on a short term, intermediate term, and longer term as well, which is incredibly useful and very, very powerful. And when we look at what we have here in the rolling sentiment, we've actually had a falling bear for quite a while, since the beginning of July. We actually, from that moment where we started to break out at the end of May, we essentially peaked here at the very middle of July, and we've been falling. Now we're at 57%. Now that's not as far down as it could go for sure. We could definitely see NIO even do a little bit more sideways action to go down in price for a little bit, but we're definitely getting closer to that point in terms of sentiment than we are necessarily in a place where I wouldn't feel comfortable putting on a new position. Because yes, you may see a breakout here, but the breakout doesn't necessarily mean overbought or oversold conditions, because the market wants what the market wants, and you can only hold a ball underwater so long before you're going to get an explosion higher. And when we're looking at these indicators, they're starting to look nice. The volume is really starting to come back, which is huge. I mean, this is probably the first day since July 11th where the volume is above the 15-day average of the volume, which is humongous. The volatility here is still high. It's not really falling. It's not really rising. It's just kind of plateauing. And the correlation is still positive. So if actually we got the correlation to go over, roll over like it has before here in like June, it rolls over while the volatility also rolls over. Since this is zero bounded, it's mostly like a sine curve. You would expect NIO to actually go upwards to sideways for quite a while and probably ride the top of that trend line. I'm not sure what to expect. I'm just telling you what I'm reading from my own indicators, my experience of using the thing that I built for myself to be able to trade in the individual markets. But again, I digress, not financial advice. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And subscribe to the New High newsletter. We send you 25 stocks breaking out every Sunday at 9 a.m. Get yourself some. It's free, baby.